Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg, and today we're playing Final Fantasy VIII. Um, yeah, this is really there's no sound on the opening screen here, so I'm debating between just starting the opening cutscene or just talking right here. So Final Fantasy VIII was released. Let me double check my facts. Final Fantasy VIII was released in 1999, which was only 2 years after 7. Um, and so, when I was a young lad, we had Final Fantasy VII around about when it came out. I mean, we were pretty early adopters. I think we were a big gaming family. And I never beat Final Fantasy VII when I was a kid, but I watched my brother play it a lot, and I could tell this was a good game. I could tell that. Final Fantasy VIII comes out, we get Final Fantasy VIII, very excited because Final Fantasy VII was amazing. Final Fantasy VIII has got to even be better than that. But it was shit. It's just shit. Both my brother and I agreed it was shit. And for years, we just regarded it as shit. We never really played it at all, and it was just shit. I think the reason for that is Final Fantasy VIII is very different. There are a lot of systems and mechanics in the game that depart greatly from what we know and love. There's some wild stuff in there. Sort of like Final Fantasy 2 and 3. Where it's just like, this is strange. And when nowadays, complicated RPG mechanics are something awesome for me. I love that. Bring all the complicated mechanics you want. Because I have walkthroughs, and I just enjoy that now. When I was younger, we didn't really have walkthroughs. 1999, unless you bought the book, it was pretty iffy finding a walkthrough. And I was just a young lad. I was like 9 years old, so I was not figuring anything out, and we didn't have a walkthrough to tell us, so it was really just strange and complicated. And so when I was a young lad, 10 years old or something, and if I had watched Spoonie's video series on Final Fantasy VIII where he just tore it apart, I would have been like, yeah, Spoonie, yeah, that's right, that game's shit. But nowadays, now that I have played a chunk of it, and used a walkthrough, this was a couple years ago, right after I beat 7, it's pretty interesting, actually. There's some interesting stuff in the game, and I actually was enjoying myself. I stopped playing because I think I died, or something happened to my save, and I lost a lot of progress. And I was just like, nah, done. As has happened multiple times throughout this series, so that's good. But no, I gave it a bad rap for years, and I don't think it's that bad. But now we're going to play through the whole thing, from beginning to end, and we will see exactly what I think of it. But you're going to see pretty quickly there's some different stuff going on with Final Fantasy VIII. So the version we're playing is the Steam version, as you can see. It offers some some changes. They didn't just do some bland straight port. There is some extra stuff. We have a speed boost, which is nice. I always like that. And I think we can turn off random encounters, but I have to double check that. Additionally, people said if you play it on Steam, you have to mod it. You gotta mod it. It's way better modded. So I did. I've not actually played it to see if I modded it correctly, so we're in for a surprise, maybe. But one thing is music. Apparently, the original music is shit, and so people have put together this thing to swap out the music with higher quality stuff. It's called Roses and Wine. Apparently, it also includes some metal versions, courtesy of the Black Mages. I don't know where those pop up. I don't know what's happening. I don't know anything. Also, I guess there's texture updates and some graphical overhauls and other thing. I don't know. I have no idea. I just like modding. You guys know me. But all right, enough talking over no sound. Let's get into it. There you have it. I think it probably tries a little too hard to be like epic and badass and oh my god, look what you're in for. Compared to Final Fantasy VII's intro, which is very subdued, and it's more just like, I mean, it was more like, yeah, we're going fucking 3D. Get ready. But it's far more memorable, I think, overall than that was. That was just sort of a mess of editing. But all right, we begin. How are you feeling? Okay. Oh yeah, we're doing the same voice. That's protagonist's voice. Although probably not for Final Fantasy IX. Take it easy next time, you hear? Looks like your eyes are focusing. You should be fine. Say your name for me. So here we have Squall Lionheart, which, if you're going to have a last name, that's a good one to have. Why don't you take it easy in training? Next time you might not be so lucky. Tell that to Cypher. That's Cypher. Won't listen to anyone. Why don't you ignore him? I can't just run away. You want to be cool, huh? Well, don't get hurt in the process. Let's see, your instructor is... Quistis. I'll call her now. Just wait here a moment. Boop, 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 boop. Quistis, come get your student. Yes, yes. His injury's not serious. It'll probably leave a scar. Right, now please come by. Squall, so we meet again. Although the quality of the CG cinematics in this game from 1999 was just freaking mind-blowing. So, and they still kind of hold up. And still fine. So, that's pretty good. I knew it'd be either you or Cypher. It could be Cypher, but I don't know. I like Cypher. Come on, let's go. Today's the field exam. Squall, is there something on your mind? Not really. What's so funny? Funny? No, it's not that. I'm just happy. I feel like I'm beginning to understand my student a little, that's all. I'm more complex than you think. You don't understand me. Then tell me. Tell me more about yourself. It's none of your business. Yeah, I really don't know how much I care for Squall as a protagonist. Like, you know, you thought Cloud was edgy, and then, yeah. Jesus, game seems real loud. Good morning, class. Let's start with today's schedule. Yes, you are a student. There seems to have been some rumors flying around since yesterday. Yes, the field exam for seed candidates will begin later this afternoon. Those not participating, and those who failed last week's written test are to remain here in study hall. Field exam participants will have free time until the exam. Just be sure you're in top condition. Meet in hall at 1600 hours. I'll announce the team assignments there. Any questions? Oh, and Cypher. Do not injure your partner while training. Be careful from now on. Field exam participants, I will see you all later. So yeah, he literally put a sword through my face. And that's all the punishment he gets. Great school. And Squall, I need to talk to you. But you can see the models, character models in game. I mean, these might be modded, but even then, I think like they're way better than Final Fantasy VII with the little block arms, and they really wanted to go for sort of a lifelike, realistic style. You haven't been to the fire cavern yet, have you? You won't be able to take part in today's seed exam if you don't pass this prerequisite. I was gonna go this morning, but Cypher. Do you have a good excuse? Not really. Then let's get going. If you're not too confident yet, you can review your studies at the study panel. I'll be waiting at the front gates. Come down when you're ready. You can access the study panel from your seat. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Do I look like a studier? Okay, so let's see here. I am, of course, following a walkthrough. as I have been for every game. It's actually really nice, though. It's the same guy that did 7. It's like the best walkthrough guy that I've ever used. I've used him. We are, of course, not going to study. We are, of course, going to study. You'll see why in a second. Turn on the power. Tutorial. Girlfriend data for Squall. Girlfriend registered under Squall. Our girlfriend Quetzalcoatl. Girlfriend Shiva. Yeah, so we get a summon, I guess you could think of it as, but GF are really sort of... They're more robust than they ever have been in Final Fantasy. Tutorial covers all aspects of gameplay. This tutorial can also be accessed through the regular menu at any time during the game. I'm worried the music is too loud, and I think I can override it. I don't know, hold on. No, that doesn't do anything. Okay, I was just checking. Alright. Well, we don't want anything else. We got our girlfriends. Done. And just see... sound. Okay. Music seems completely independent, which makes sense, sort of, since I'm using modded sound, or modded music. And I thought this override would actually do something, but it didn't. Well, maybe that did something. Anyways, let's just move on. Okay, so he says, since the default GF ability learning order is quite useless, we're going to change your new GF's ability learning orders. We're going to go to GF. You can see we've got the 2 of them. And so, yeah, GFs are instrumental in actually playing through the game. Well, I mean, at least normally. They do far more than just a one-time summon in battle or something like that, and they do a big attack or whatever. They learn abilities. They're almost like characters that get attached to your characters, and so there's like this big benefit with abilities and stat boosts and all sorts of stuff, and so we want to learn Card. Because he says, this ability is crap, but it opens up one of the best abilities in the game. So, okay. And then, so you're basically determining what you're going to learn next. Because you're going to get, like, ability points or whatever. So we already know Magic, GF, Draw, Item. Because if you do not have a GF attached to a character, the only thing that character can actually do in battle is attack. Even using items requires a attached GF. So with Quetzalcoatl attached, we can do Magic, GF, Draw, an Item. I think the GF command is sort of similar to the old summon or whatever. But yeah, so they're very essential. And we also have Maj J, which allows, I mean, we're gonna get into the whole junction and draw system and all that. That was really the most confusing thing when I was a kid. But magic in this game is not like any other magic system in Final Fantasy. So for Quetzalcoatl, we're going to learn card. For Shiva, we're going to be learning Mangg RF. That's not... Oh, there it is. Refine water, ice magic from an item. So... they'll probably explain this, so I don't know. I don't think I really should. But basically, magic in this game is sort of like almost a currency. I'm late, I'm late, I'm late! What? Are you okay? There. Teehee, I'm fine. Sorry, I was kind of in a hurry. Oh yeah. Hey, did you just come from that class? Is homeroom over? Oh no. This place is so much bigger than my last garden. Oh, hey. I just transferred here. Do you think you could give me a quick tour of this garden? Sure. No. Oh, bummer. That's too bad. Well, see ya. Yeah, it doesn't give you anything, and it just takes longer, so screw it. Oh, hey, would you like to have these? My brother gave me these cards, but they're really not my thing. You can have them if you'd like. What? How do you play a card game? I think it'd be best to look at the card game explanation in the tutorial. I don't know much about it, really. If you want to play cards with someone, talk to them by pressing B7. Yeah, so the PC version really just fucked up the whole control thing. It's ridiculous. So... B7 for me is the select button, but there you go. But keep in mind, not everyone is a card player. Oh, and by the way, I don't play, so don't bother challenging me. Received 7 cards. So, that becomes the other... Probably one of the most infamous things about the game is Triple Triad, which is the principal mini-game of the game. It is a collectible card game. When I was a kid, it was just like, why the fuck would I ever play? This is terrible. I'm terrible at this. I hate it. It's all terrible. A couple years ago when I played this game, I thought I was actually decent at it, and more importantly, it is the absolute key to becoming completely overpowered. Potentially by the end of this video. Probably by next video. Head to the library. So we want to go to the southeast. Oh, I could actually have fast traveled there. I was stupid. It says we want to talk to the library girl in pigtails. I mean, that's a ponytail. I wouldn't call that pigtail. That's not a guy. Or that's not a girl. And I don't see any pigtails here. I'm gonna assume he means a ponytail. Oh, library girl with a pigtail. The game doesn't know what it's talking about, unless I don't know what I'm talking about. The following acts are prohibited within the library: talking loudly, eating and drinking, running around. And also, avoid late returns, no fighting over seats. I have to go over the library rules with the children next period. Very nervous. I hope they understand. Apparently that's important for a side quest later on. Go figure. We want to examine the second bookshelf. Well, that's interesting, but we don't... Occult Fan 1. Okay. Apparently that was important. Go figure. Save points pretty much work the same way. Okay. Yeah, it's a big school. There she is. I have a few things to explain before we head off. GF gives us strength. The stronger the GF, the stronger we become. So here's a brief explanation on junctioning a GF. Junction tutorial. Junction enables characters to power up and use abilities. This means a GF must be junctioned in order to power up and use abilities. Right. Let's begin by junctioning a GF. Right now, no GF is junctioned. All of the commands in gray cannot be selected yet. Once junction is selected, GF and magic commands appear. Since no GF is junctioned, magic is displayed in gray. Let's junction a GF. By selecting GF, GF list appears. Press B7 to see abilities possessed by a GF. Abilities are HP junction, vitality junction, etc. Let's choose a GF. When GF Quetzalcoatl is selected, that's probably not how it's pronounced, by the way. Its abilities, HPJ and VIII, make the stats HP and VIT appear in white. Magic can now be junctioned to HP and VIT. But since there is currently no magic, we will move on to setting abilities. There are 3 command abilities, and 2 non-command abilities for characters and party. Total of 5 abilities can be set. Depending on the GF's abilities, the maximum is 4 non-command abilities. This means that up to 7 abilities can be set. Let's set some abilities. First, select a slot. Top window is for command abilities used during battle. Bottom window is for character and party abilities. Selecting the top window displays command abilities. And selecting the bottom window displays character and party abilities. Since there is currently no magic, let's set the command ability. Draw to get some magic. When an empty slot is chosen, cursor moves to the right. Select draw to set the command draw. That's how command abilities used during battle are set. Let's add GF and item to the list of command abilities. Now GF and item are set. Let's set a non-command ability. By moving the cursor down, character ability is displayed. Now to set Mangg plus 20. Select an empty slot. Select Mangg plus 20%. Mangg plus 20% is now set. Abilities have now been set. This concludes the tutorial. Thank you and good luck. Everything okay up till now? You can always check back by accessing tutorial from the menu. Once we get to the fire cavern, I'll explain how to junction magic. Use the command draw during battle and stock magic from your enemies. Be sure to have some stocked. Ready to go? Fire cavern used for the test is located east of here. Okay, so yeah, that was obviously a mouthful, but we are going to junction Quetzalcoatl, and we're going to be setting draw for certain. That's essential. GF and item. Okay, and then for Quistis, we'll set Shiva. And the same thing. Okay. No, we're not going that way. We're not going that way. Okay. So So here we have the world map. Apparently you can occasionally encounter a T-Rex in the forest, and he'll probably kick our asses. So let's not go into the forest. So, here we encounter Squall. You still remember, B6 is the trigger. Pull it just as you strike. Same for the Renzo Kuchen. Again, if you've seen Spoonie's series on Final Fantasy VIII, it's not his best work, but I did watch it. And so he complained quite a bit about the draw mechanic. And really, you don't have to draw much in the game. Drawing is how you get magic. So that's how you're able to cast magic. So right now, my characters are capable of casting fire and scan, because that's what I drew from that monster. So if I go to magic for Quistis, you can see she's got 10 fires stocked. And Squall has 12 scans stocked. So there's no MP in this game. If I use fire in battle, this will go down to 9, and then 8, and then 7, until I run out, and then I can't cast fire anymore. So magic is a sort of currency, in a way. It's an expendable, finite resource. More importantly, far more importantly to us, because magic is not very good in this game, magic is used for junctioning. So you junction magic to stats. Okay, so I don't think this does anything. Nothing's changing there, but if we had more, it might. Yeah. So by junctioning magics to stats in this way, it increases the stats, and there's no equipment in this game, so you don't upgrade your swords and your armor and stuff like that. The only way to raise your stats is through leveling and through junctioning. And soon enough, we're gonna have a way to we're gonna have a way to draw, I guess, massive amounts of powerful magic that we're gonna be able to junction immediately, making us completely overpowered for quite a while. So that'll be exciting. Okay, junctioning magic. Now pay attention. I'll be explaining how to utilize the magic you have stocked. Junctioning magic. By junctioning magic, you can raise a character's stats. If the GF has learned the ability to junction onto stats, that particular stat will be displayed in white. By selecting junction here, GF and magic commands will appear. You're able to junction magic by selecting magic. Yeah, I already kind of explained this, so we're just gonna try to skip through. So yeah, you can see the tutorial Squall has far more magic than I do. So you can auto junction, which is something you might do. When you draw new magic, try experimenting with it when you junction. This is how you become stronger. Okay, ready to go? Oh, you know how to use your gunblade. Yeah. Oh, okay, I was just concerned, that's all. Alright, let's go. I hope I know how to use my gunblade. There's a button you can push when you hit with an attack with Squall, and if you push the button, you'll shoot and do extra damage. but I don't know what button it is on my controller. Objective: to obtain a low-level GF. A seed member must support. Are you ready? Yes. I'm ready. I'm his support. Instructor number 14, Quistis Tripe. I don't know. Select a time limit. Choose one suited to your abilities. Challenging yet reasonable. So, yeah, you want 10. Very well, good luck. Oh, timer started. My job is to support you in battle. Everything else is up to you. Fine. Alright, so yeah, our goal is to get to the end and kick a GF's ass. You know, the boys often choke on this test when I come with them. I guess my charm makes them nervous. Whatever. I'm just kidding. Trying to keep you relaxed, that's all. I don't care about you. Yeah, he just does not come off as a lovable character. So, we're not going to be drawing because there's really no need to at this point, and we're on a time limit. We're just going to try to kill stuff. Those little purple swirls, those are draw points. So those allow you to draw magic, a limited amount from outside of battle. Bomb, an elemental monster. Use an ice attack for these. Check the monster's weakness with scan. Oh, okay, I'll do that. So summons do not happen immediately. You have to wait for that timer to drop down, which is not that different from other games. It's just now they show you. So leveling in this game works a little differently. Every level takes 1,000 XP. Which is kind of strange. And also, enemies tend to level with you. Like I said, they just did a lot of things differently. Guess I was right. You and Cypher are in a class of your own. Abada, oh my god, we're being attacked. Okay, we have to keep trying buttons to figure out which one does the gunshot. Figure it out eventually. If we press, you know, a button each time, eventually we'll get the right one. You both have amazing strength and potential. Okay, this is it. Are you ready? Whatever. You seem confident enough. So, of course, as you might have guessed, this is Ifrit. The first boss of the game, very quickly. And, we're going to, of course, be using Shiva. And we can draw Cure from him if need be. But we'll see how it goes. You might notice that the sort of stats along the bottom and all that is way stripped down from 7. They really wanted to clean it up. There's no limit breaks Well, okay, there's limit breaks, but not in the same way as Final Fantasy VII. They have Shiva! Limit breaks are a random occurrence. They will randomly occur whenever a character drops into yellow. So when their health drops below a certain level, they might randomly get a limit break for them to use. I still don't know what button it is. Maybe it's like one of the thumbsticks. I don't know. I also could be hitting it at the wrong time. Still nothing. I don't know what it is. Let's just punch him. I pushed every button there. Maybe that was it. I think it might be one of the triggers. For me to lose to a human. Very well, I will join you. I'm gonna get Ifrit's card, because of course he has his own card. And at this point, hold on, let me just check. Okay, so there's after a while we're gonna get a score for our, the school thing, and for the fire cavern you actually get a higher bonus if you have less time left on the clock. Now, what you normally do here is you just sit here for like 5 minutes, the clock has hit 0 but you can't see it, and you get a perfect score. But here he says well, now I don't know where I read that. I thought I just read it said that on the Steam version it crashed, or it causes you to fail. I just read that, now I can't see it anywhere. Well, we're not going to spend too much time, so let us name him Ifrit. There isn't much time, but let me go over this real quick. Good, you got yourself a GF. If you junction that GF, you'll be able to use the LMJ ability. Here's an explanation on elements. Junction can change basic parameters such as strength and magic, as well as elemental parameters. By junctioning a GF with elemental junction ability, His magic is Junction. The EL-AD slot above HP turns white, indicating an elemental junction. Yeah. Yeah. Have 9-year-old me read that sentence and just be like, what is happening? What? Junction? Elemental junction screen. Elemental junction works like other art junctions. First select a stat to junction. Then choose a magic to finish the junction. However, non-elemental magic like Cure cannot be junction. Elemental junction affects attacks and defense differently. Junction need to element attack. Links that element to a character's attack. Percent indicates how much of the attack's damage is linked to that element. The maximum value of 100% of the attack becomes entirely elemental. In the example, ice is at 50%. This means that damage only increases by 50%. When junction to element damage from that element is reduced. Reduction of damage is shown in percent. At 100%, damage is reduced to 0. In the example, fire damage is reduced to 20% because element def is at 80%. Star is displayed when the value goes over 100%, indicating that damage is absorbed. In this state, you can absorb the amount of damage indicated in percent. In the example, 50% of fire damage is absorbed. Multiple magic types can be junction to element def depending on the GF's ability. Junction multiple magic types at the same elemental for a cumulative effect. Try junctioning different magics to check the effect. You can also select auto to automatically junction the most effective elemental magic. This concludes the elemental junction tutorial. Yeah, again, like when you're a kid, it's just like, what the I thought I was fighting Ifrit and being cool, and then you throw that at me, and it's like, I don't know what's happening. But nowadays, I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. Look at all that customization. There's a lot of fire elemental monsters here, so junction Blizzard to your element attack. You'll have an easier time with fire elemental enemies. Okay, so we are, of course, going to junction Ifrit, because now we can modify our strength. Stop it. But we don't have any fire, so we have to be drawn. But we'll get there, don't worry. I don't think we learned anything, did we? No, we didn't learn card yet. Didn't learn that yet. I haven't fought many battles. Oh, and we want to set Ifrit to be learning Mangg RF, because that lets you refine fire magic from an item. So you can draw magic from enemies. You can draw magic from draw points, as we're about to do, and you can also get magic from items, which is the principal thing that we're going to be doing to become overpowered. So here is a draw point with fire. So we're going to have Squall get it, and he gets 12 fires, which is nice. 12 free fires, don't even have to go into combat. So now we're going to junction the fire to his strength. You can see it increases by 1 point since it's just 12 of a very basic spell. Now, I can understand, sort of, that if you are not doing the overpowered shit, and you are relying entirely on drawing from enemies for your magic, that's a little obnoxious, because you just have to sit here and do this over and over. But you really don't have to do it that much. And the Spoonie, of course, went way, way overboard. Like, when he played, apparently he drew everything to max. He filled out all of his stocks with every spell he encountered from every enemy, and it's just like, that is so inefficient and stupid. But I am just gonna grab a few more fires. I don't know why it keeps having achievements synchronized with the server for like everything I do. I don't know if that message is necessary. And yeah, for some reason Quistis uses a whip. Alright, so Shiva learned that. So we can go over to Shiva, see that we learned I, Mag, R, F. And so now we're going to switch her over to Strength J. Because you want to be able to junction magic to Strength, because that's how you get mainly overpowered, is just having massive strength and one-shotting everything. Now let's head over to Squall, check his. And now you can sort of compare and contrast. We have 27 fires now, so you see my strength went up to 19 compared to 18. And we can also check this. You can see if we had fire on magic instead, it would go up to 8 instead of 6. So there's your customization, which is pretty cool. And yeah, you can elemental attack junction. We can junction our 2 blizzard spells to give 1% ice attack on our weapon. Sure. And Quistis, she has Shiva junction, which means that, you know, we're working on junctioning strength to magic to strength, but we don't have it yet, so we can't do that. It all makes sense to me nowadays, but yeah, when I was a kid, this was just ridiculous. Has it even done anything? We're just beating this thing senseless. Okay. I don't know if that was actually an enemy. Alright. We're gonna save here, and that's where we're gonna leave off for the first video. Next time, we are going to be introduced to the wide world of Triple Triad. And, actually, no, I lied. You were probably looking at the time and like, wow, what is he talking about? There is a specific part in the walkthrough where it says you have to grind. Your next task is to farm AP. And so that's when you want to end the video. One of these buttons for the gun. Yeah, okay. I think that's what I'm looking for. It's just, I don't know what button it exactly is, but I can just push all the triggers and it'll get the job done. You can see right now even that some bugs take a while to kill, but we'll fix that. Damn it. Maybe we should run. Boom, look how quick that was. Alright, so what we're doing... Well done. Let's see. Thought there was something else I needed to go over with you before you take the seat exam. Oh yes, taking care of your GF. This is something you have to watch out for. Jesus. Yeah, I think I've all properly explained this to you. Your GFs gain levels just like you do. And they can learn abilities, which we've already sort of done. We don't need this. Yeah, they sure knew how to bog down the opening of a game. You show that epic, awesome cinematic where it's like, look at all this shit going on in the god chorus and swords and feathers and oh my god. And then it's like, here's 8 forced guided tutorials that you have to just read through. I don't even know what is the fast forward button, so I couldn't tell you. I'll find out. I'll find out for the next video. Now change into your uniform and assemble at the first floor lobby. Yes, ma'am. Oh, here's another draw point for cure. There is a limit to how many spells you can hold, as far as like number of each and the variety, but we're fine. It says left from the central intersection. Let me just check. Isn't this the central intersection? I don't think so. This video is gonna take forever now. No, this can't be right. It would be on the map. It would be on the map. We're looking for... Oh shit. I was supposed to go to the town, not the garden. Shit. I misread. I misread. We didn't even need to see that tutorial yet. Could have saved it for next time. So we're going for the town, which is over here. And you want to stick to the road. Nope. Here's another draw point. Thunder. I'll take that. 13 of them, that's pretty good. And here she is. This is the Queen of Cards. I am the Queen of Cards. I travel all over the world to monitor and enforce the various card rules. So I want to know this. No, actually I don't want to talk to her at all. I want to challenge her to cards. So her rules are... The trade rules are different. So we don't want that. 1, that's no good. So... I'm not gonna take the time to explain it right now. I'll explain it next time. Shit. Shit! Okay, we want to use our shit cards. We're gonna get annihilated. I don't remember if this was 1 or difference. We might lose all our cards here. Shit. Yeah, like we're getting crushed. There's no doubt about that. Okay, it was just 1. All right, we can live with that. Gotta be careful what button I push. We're looking for a specific trade rule. She's not giving it to me. Come on. I guess it really doesn't matter, because right after this I'm going to grind. So I guess I can leave you off here. There it is. We're looking for all. And we don't want to play her, because then she might change it. Because she changes it like every time. So we want to leave it at all and never talk to her for a while. Yeah, I won't explain it till next time, but that was important for what we're going to do. So now I'm going to be grinding quite a bit to level up my GFs and learn new abilities so we can start junctioning all sorts of stuff and refining all sorts of stuff. And next time we'll be really powerful. But my name is Mangg. Game watching has been Final Fantasy VIII. And I'll see you fine folks in the next part.